What up, people? Internet, YouTube, I am the Commander, giving you some Black Ops Hardpoint gameplay. I got like a 5-minute chunk. I was like, I'm gonna use this because, you know, this isn't really about the gameplay, this commentary. Don't fret, don't hate me. I like to talk about other things than video juegos. Don't kill me. Alright, so I chose this gameplay because I got it. You know, I get a few kills. It should be entertaining while I talk to you about SeaNanners and Hutch in college. Yes, they are relevant in the realms of academia. And why you may say this, because I had a psychology class, and this psychology class, I had to do a project. It was an overall semester project on the social applications of something you observe every day. And now that we had a bigger understanding of human psychology, we can now better assess certain social webs and social trends, and we could observe them and see, you know what's going on underneath, behind the curtains, if you may. And I did my project on SeaNanners and Hutch, cause fucking love those guys. I'm sorry, I love those dudes. And doing this YouTube commentator thing, I began to realize some really peculiar things amongst the YouTube audience. So I'll be talking to subscribers, right? And we have great conversations, right? We're just like, we're having a blast. We're playing games and whatnot. We're just talking. And then they tell me their age. They're like, oh, I'm like 10. I'm like, what the fuck? You're like, what? What? I mean, that shit blows my goddamn mind. Like, I'm like, how are you 17? I don't understand. And they're like, yeah, I'm like 10 years old. I'm like, I don't, what? What? And I'm like, I don't understand. But then I asked them, do you guys watch YouTube commentators? They're like, yeah, I watch them all the time. I watch Rudy's Gamertag, I watch SeaNanners, I watch Hutch, I'm a YouTube monster. I'm like, oh shit, really, huh? That is rather interesting, and I'm going to see what that's about. And that's what I did my project on. So I got in front of a bunch of kids, college kids, and I talked about video games and SeaNanners and Hutch, and they were like, no, I'll rephrase it. I thought they were gonna be like, what the fuck is this guy? He's like talking about video games and shit. Like, is he like for real? But they weren't. They really liked my presentation. They asked me questions about SeaNanners and Hutch, and I answered them. Hopefully I answered them correctly, because I was on the spot. The professor was asking me questions because they were really interested, and I was like, wow, this went really, really well. So I did this presentation. And what I did was I took a survey of around 50 kids, a sample, right? And I devised a little test, and this test tested their language skills, their social ability, and their social openness, right? How well do they cope with people's differences? And it was, I kid you not, the people that said I watch YouTube commentators, particularly the people who play video games, and their language skills were much better. Their overall idea on things were much more open. They were able to comprehend ideas better. And I did this survey from age ranges 10 to 17, because after that it's kind of like, well, it's kind of on their own. And 10 years old, because before 10 it's like, it's kind of hard, because I don't want to deal with single-digit children. And tell you what, that hit me hard. That really showed me how truly influential this YouTube thing really is. Because the big guys, you know, I realized that I need to be more careful of what I'm saying on the internet, because little kids do watch, and they do take our values, our morals, and our way of just dealing with things seriously. They honestly take us seriously, which I'm happy they do. But I wasn't as conscientious before. So now that I know, I'm not gonna change that much. I'm just gonna, you know, just be a little more cautious on what I'm doing. And it really did shock me. And, you know, SeaNanners and Hutch, you guys are awesome individuals. Keep doing what you're doing. Hutch, you have awesome insights on life, on experience, on your troubles, and you kind of show us that, hey, you're not the only guy with, you know, going through this shit. And SeaNanners, you taught me individually that, you know, hey, be yourself. If no one likes it, tell them to fuck off. And I'm like, I'm gonna use that philosophy, and it's worked out great for me, you know. And I'll read comments in Hutch's videos and people, they do care, and they do like the fact that there are people out there who are willing to talk about things that typically in normal conversation will not come up. YouTube is a really cool thing, because it's a window to a conversation. It's an instantaneous conversation. You don't need to worry about the awkwardness of meeting a guy, getting to know him first. It's you click a video, bam, you're in the middle of a conversation without even have to worry about replying. It's really, really interesting, and it is very influential on younger kids. And I just thought I should share that with you guys because I thought it was very, very interesting, and I think, you know, I thought it was kind of useful information. So, SeaNanners and Hutch, thank you for doing what you do. You got me an A on my fucking project. Love you guys. Thank you. Look, I've been the Commander. Please have a nice day. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.